We are almost a year out of the Dramageddon, the largest YouTube drama on site history, when beauty YouTuber Tati Westbrook released a video claiming that James Charles was a sexual harasser, predator, basically that he tried to turn the straight men gay somehow. This video was 40 minutes long, and in one day, she had managed to ruin James Charles' career. He lost 3 million subscribers, she doubled her audience, which was already sitting at 5 million, and things were going all well for her until James did the simple act of fighting back and responding, where he got all of his subs back, his reputation back, he corrected the narrative, corrected the record, and Tati was left in ruins. Yes, she still had viewers and probably overall gained from the situation, but reputation-wise, nobody trusted her anymore because she had snaked one of her best friends, somebody that James called her mother, and she called James her son. Well, the entire internet had seen how she had basically just snaked over one of her good friends, and moreover, overall, they saw how toxic and terrible the beauty community was, and several other little dramas would transpire, later, that would just go on to prove that the drama community is one of the lowest and scummiest communities in the world. Especially recently, the Shane Dawson drama, looking at all these old clips and how he responded to the whole James Charles situation, and how he said that James basically deserved it and deserved a slice of humble pie. Yes, false accusations, yeah, well, you just needed to get more humble. Your ego was getting out of check, because that makes a lot of sense. Well, Tati has returned, and this time she's thrown her associates, Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson, under the bus. And honestly, I would say I'm shocked, but I'm not. These people will snake over anybody to help out their career. And, I didn't even plan to talk about this, but let me just go ahead real quick and look up her social blade, because actually I'm curious. Yeah, it's not been looking good. Not that it was helped by this video, but perhaps Tati wanted to do what James Charles did when she went after James and make a response video to regain her lost audience, but unfortunately, so far at least, it's not working, as a lot of people see this video for what it is, an emotionally manipulative cry fest, a feel bad for me piece that people are just sick of seeing. 40 minutes of explanation filled with crying and emotional filled responses. People are just sick of it. They don't care at this point, and I don't blame them at all. If I weren't a YouTuber, I probably wouldn't care about this either, although I do find a couple timestamps about this video interesting. Let's play one of them right here.
But I am being careful here, and I think you guys understand why. Back in December 2019, after Shane and Jeffree's series ended, James Charles came to my LA home, and we compared DMs, texts, and stories about what had happened behind the scenes. We apologized to each other, forgave each other, and agreed to wait patiently until it was safe for me to share my story. Since that night, James Charles has repeatedly said that he wanted to be beside me for this video. But I felt it was important that I do it alone.
That's right. You heard that correctly, and this article goes into some more detail on what she's talking about. Tati Westbrook shared a theory that Jeffree Star is a co-owner of Morph. The company is now denying it. In the video, Westbrook, Tati, alleged that she was informed that Jeffree Star is a co-owner of Morph Cosmetics, the company that recently released Dawson and Jeffree Star's collaborative conspiracy palette. Westbrook suggested that because of Star's alleged involvement in the company, he had an interest in stoking drama with his competitor, James Charles. The rumor that Star owns Morph has circulated online since April after a YouTube video titled Jeffree Star Owns Morph gained traction, though the details of Star's arrangement with Morph, if any, remain unclear. The theory that Star is a Morph co-owner has been used to suggest that Star's criticism of beauty products is biased. Listen to this clip right here.
Yes, I'm a grown woman. I'm smart. I can usually spot deceit and manipulation a mile away, but my guard was down from being heartbroken, and I allowed myself to be worked by Shane, Jeffree, and others. After my video went up, I was never served a lawsuit or any cease and desist letters. I only privated my video at the request of YouTube because YouTube said it was a bad look for their platform. James, I am so sorry that I allowed myself to be poisoned and weaponized against you. I'm sorry that I bought into any of their lies. Believing those lies and allowing myself to be gaslit into making that video is one of the biggest regrets of my life.
So if you're not catching through with what's going on here, she's alleging right here in this video that Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson had filled her with misinformation about James Charles. And she was gaslit into making this video once the vitamin situation went down.
While I was definitely upset that he had accepted a sponsorship from the biggest rival to my brand, Halo Beauty, I did not make my video because of vitamins. I made it as a result of all of the poisonous lies that were fed to me by Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star. James Charles's Sugar Bear Hair sponsorship and all of the drama that had kicked up afterwards, that was just my breaking point.
So she says in the video that her video on James Charles, the slanderous one, was not made because of the vitamin situation. That was merely the catalyst she already had in the back of her head. And from what she's saying, she was being fed info by Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star. She was being fed info on James Charles. And when the whole vitamin situation, that was really the catalyst. But she was being fed info because Jeffree Star owns a rival company to James Charles. All of this is very confusing and convoluted, but if what she's saying is true, then wow. Or she could be saying stuff that's a complete lie. I mean, the beauty community, none of these people are factual. None of these people should be trusted or taken at face value. I mean, they're all scumbags. They're all out to get each other. You can see this right here. They're all simply a community that exists to eat each other. They feed off of each other's misery. And when one person isn't doing too well, it's time to make a video on them to propel your own career. It's very snaky and it's this environment that feeds off of each other. Because of Shane Dawson's recent controversy, all of his channels have been demonetized as well. YouTube demonetized one of its biggest creators on Tuesday as Shane Dawson faces a reckoning for past videos which featured racist jokes and the sexualization of minors, as well as his involvement in drama from last year that nearly destroyed a beauty YouTuber's career. The platform has suspended the ability to monetize views with ads on Dawson's 3 channels indefinitely, according to YouTube. Dawson, who had been on the platform for more than 15 years, has been considered one of YouTube's biggest creators and occasionally dubbed the king of YouTube. But in recent weeks, Dawson has been called to task over his past behavior, including racist sketches that featured blackface, a video that showed him sexually gratifying himself to a poster of an 11-year-old Willow Smith, and accusations that he worked to orchestrate the cancellation of another content creator. Is it starting to connect to you guys? When Tati Westbrook said that YouTube had reached out to her to pull down the video because the drama made the entire platform look bad, that is YouTube, the second time now, getting directly involved into creator-on-creator drama. They did it the first time when Keemstar alleged that they got involved in the Keemstar versus H3 drama, where they said, hey, H3 and Keemstar, you guys need to stop making videos on each other because it's tearing apart the whole platform. This is really big on so many levels, and this is the interesting part to me. I don't care about all this beauty drama. I mean, it's somewhat interesting to see all these people snake each other, but overall, that's what I'm curious about, is YouTube's direct involvement in shutting down the drama. Creators fighting each other? No, we gotta step in ourselves and take care of this. Big Daddy YouTube coming right in. Shane Dawson's fiance Rylan Adams was not too happy with this video either. He says, Tati Westbrook, a masterclass in manipulation. The only way to save her reputation was to side with the person she tried to ruin. Make no mistake, this 40-year-old woman chose to post a video on her own accord. She riled up Shane before doing so to have one of the biggest creators backing her in the chance that this all backfired. Shane very well would have posted a video exposing James had he felt so inclined. No receipts because she didn't want to expose the countless times she told Shane that she was a big girl doing this only for herself. And it's true. I mean, in this video, it's just her talking. At no point are receipts shown in this video. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm scrolling through the timeline here and I'm not seeing anything. Rylan continues and says, hope you enjoy those sold-out vitamins that you made millions in minutes from Shane's support, you two-faced liar. He then tweeted, not today, motherfuckers. Do not try me right now. So pissed off that he couldn't even spell the word right. He had to correct himself. So what does all this cancerous drama mean? It means that the biggest creators are working to screw each other over. Jeffree Star might have orchestrated this whole thing behind the scenes because he might have been the co-owner of a competing company. It means that Tati was fueled by revenge because James Charles had worked with a rival company of her own herself, so all these companies fighting each other, and YouTube is getting involved, and they're sick of this shit. They're sick of this drama tearing apart their platform. They want creators to be more positive, and they are now stepping in and demonetizing one of their prized creators. So if Twitter is mad at you enough, then that means anybody can get demonetized. If the whole crowd or the mob is against you, YouTube is going to step in and punish you based on how you respond to the situation. I don't know about you guys, but all this stuff is pretty huge. I mean, it starts from just petty YouTube drama, but it actually paints a much bigger picture and a very grim future overall for all of us. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, now is the time to get into fan funding for your projects. YouTube AdSense is no more. It's going bye-bye. And I think the more these creators start fighting with each other and taking this to a whole new level, not just making exposed videos on each other, but actively trying to ruin each other's lives, I think the more people need to start looking into alternatives like Patreon or starting up live streams if they want to make a buck on this platform, because AdSense is going to become a thing of the past, or worse yet, only relegated to protected creators like late night shows. Anyway, guys, that's my breakdown of this drama. I'll be watching the whole video on my podcast tonight on RFC After Hours, broadcasted live on this YouTube channel. Be sure to check that out if you're interested, and we'll be taking a full deep dive into the video itself and discussing more about what she says. A special shout out to all the members of RC Premium over at Patreon: Junko, Johnny Big Balls, Abbas Walker Rat, Lay Winter Chauvin, Thomas Yost, Tipster, 187 Snowflake, Bolivon, Leo Martin, M. Felly, Silfa, Javi, Luna Lizzie, Asthemic, Emery, Grimecca, Idle Caption, Lock Stormhawk, Zev, Callum, Jimothy Christmas, Aaron, The Gaming Otter, Eureka, Lauren, Small Knee, Joshua Thomas, Amanda Esqueda, Sleeping But Weeping, Unremarked Art, Rebecca Taylor, Gina Carter, Rachel David, Speedy Bird, Laura, Boblax, Helgian, True Crime Stories, Tyra Hoke, Rebecca Michael, Daasha Zariel, Imaginary Shadow, and Caitlin Cole. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. That's all I got for this video today. My name's AugieRFC. Be sure to check me out at twitter.com/AugieRFC, youtube.com/AugieRFC, and patreon.com/AugieRFC. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out, everyone.